Mustard Knuckle.
Hello everybody, Mustard Knuckle back again, heading out in the M24 Chaffee, the Italian version, which is the same essentially as any other Chaffee version. We will talk some history, look at the gameplay here, talk tips, any tips that I can throw out there, any thoughts or ideas that I have that might be helpful for you guys. I will throw those out. And if you enjoy these videos, subscribe, turn on notifications. You won't miss any of them. 3 to 4 a week. History, gameplay, and tips in every single one of them. All non-premium vehicles and stuff we can all play. Nothing you gotta pay for. So that's what I play. That's what I like to play. And that's what we're doing. So anyway, so we just did a little scouting there. Scouting is the beauty of this tank. You can scout everything. When you scout somebody, it makes them visible for your whole team for 30 seconds. And that way your team can get an idea of where everybody is without, if they're like a lower level crew, or they haven't, upgraded their crews very highly for vision in front of the tank or awareness or whatever. Now they can see where guys are without actually having that, whatever you want to call it, the value upped or whatever. So we'll do that. We will also take shots, nice, where we can. M24 is seriously one of my favorite tanks. It's got the beauty of fast reverse is spectacular. It's got good speed, not very good armor, good gun, 75mm gun, but it's an M6, which is pretty much the best 75mm gun that was around at any point. It was an interesting design. It had a different recoil system. It was all kind of around the barrel, and concentric, I feel like it was called. So instead of having reservoirs of hydraulic fluid and all that kind of try to lead that guy. Oh, nice, sweet. That was pretty far. Luckily he didn't stop or change speeds, but that was pretty cool. So we'll keep scouting all the time. Anytime you can scout somebody, scout them and keep moving. There we go. Somebody got somebody that we scouted, so that's handy for everybody. But I think it was a concentric recoil system, so normally there's 2 reservoirs and they absorb like a shock absorber when the barrel comes back when you fire. But this one with the concentric, it's like around the barrel, so as the barrel comes back, there's not extra tubes and all kinds of stuff in there. It's all self-contained, which is what allowed them to fit a 75mm gun in here in the first place. Let's see if we can get lucky with any of these rockets. Just shoot into the crowd. Nice. Oh man, well, that's cool. I'll take that. Jeez, I shoot into the crowd all the time and I hardly ever get anybody. But with rockets, that's kind of what I like to do. Yeah, go from the top on that Achilles. This is working out pretty well. The rockets, I just try to find the biggest group and shoot for them, because they're so, once you start figuring out where they're going, you're out of rockets. So if you just shoot into a crowd, then you got a chance. But anyway, initially this thing was being designed, and there was actually orders placed for the design prior to the M24. It was replacing the M3 and the M5. They were outdated and outclassed. That 37mm gun couldn't do anything to any of the Panzers or anything, so they said, hey, we need something new. And I can't remember the company, but a company, obviously a company, came up with a design for what they thought would be a good solution. So they came up with this design, relatively light armor, light tank, but then ended up weighing too much. I mean, jeez. Okay, alright. We will not stop. We'll keep scouting while we can and get these repairs done. This is my best crew in the whole block. I think this crew's maxed out. I've messed with this crew a lot, so pretty fast. You can see the agility side. They're moving. They're switching positions pretty quick. The gunner was taken over again pretty quick, so I got him back active again, which is nice. I mean, once you spend some time on one crew, you can bump them up. Let's see, I got myself covered with smoke from that side. But this tank that they designed, the Army ordered 3,000 of them, 5,000, I can't remember the number. Thousands of them. Let's see if we can get this guy. He pokes out. I missed. Oh, yeah, it's an armored truck. Took care of that. Let's see if we can do this. Nope. So they ordered a whole bunch of them. Well, the weight, I'm just gonna keep firing. The weight increased and increased and increased. If you can get a hit, I can't. There we go. Jeez. Oh, I finally get a hit and I take out the pilot. Oh, let's see. Let's get in this bomber. Get hidden here. Oh yeah, favorite bomber. This thing is amazing. So I'll give a quick little bombing tips from Mustard Knuckle. Stay high and just nose down a little bit to hold that crosshair on them. And then each time you want to get somebody, nose down some just to hold it there. These bombs will explode on impact rather than giving them time to run away. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll get, there's one. Let's see if we get any more. 1, 2, okay. I'll take 2. Okay, 2 out of 4, 50%. Oh, 3. Cool. Okay, 3 out of 4. That's 75%. I'm doing quick math. So let's see, where were we? Oh, we were talking about the heavy one. So they made this thing, and it got heavier and heavier, and it got all the way up to 25 tons, which gets it kind of beyond. It gets it beyond really what a light tank is. And then by the time they crewed it out and loaded it and started testing it, it was 29 tons. And apparently it was a complete pig. It was slow, it couldn't do anything. So they said, that's not gonna work. So they started all over again. They went to Cadillac. Cadillac designed this thing with 2 engines, which is cool. I don't know. It seems cool, but I don't know if it was or not. But twin liquid-cooled engines instead of the air-cooled radials that they had been using. Let's see. Welded construction in the hull. And let's see if I can get this guy now. Come on. There we go. Sweet. These guys are flying right at me. I don't even have to aim. Welded construction in the hull. Welded, no, not welded. Cast turret, and there was a few welded spots, or not welded, but riveted, and that's just for maintenance purposes. But overall, the hull was welded, and the turret was cast. And this is where that new gun, the M6 75mm, comes in, because they were going to have a 57 in it. Let's see. That was going to be That was going to be a 6-pounder, I think, which is what the English were using, or the British. But they couldn't really. It wasn't enough. They wanted more, so they went to the 75mm, and that's when they had space issues. So they. Let's see where to go. So, if I can get a side shot on this guy, I can usually do something. Come on. Oh, that was close. So they wanted to go up to a 75mm because they wanted to be able to really try to stay ahead of where Germany was going. Uh-oh. That's not good. So they wanted to go to the 75mm. Well, the normal 75mm, right back in the plane. That'll work. A normal 75 wouldn't really fit with all the different recoil mechanisms and everything else. So that's where the M6 came from that we talked about earlier with the recoil system they developed for that. So I'm telling these guys, I can see from up here, there's only a couple guys on B, so if we can get B, I mean, we got a whole bunch of guys out there on our team. Should probably try for B first and then move out from there, but I never read when people are typing, so I doubt anybody's going to see that. There we go, there's only one guy on B now. Anyway, we'll see what happens. We're in trouble here. This isn't looking too good. Oh, almost made it except for that tree. So that allowed them to fit the 75mm in there when they got that kind of new design. It was originally designed for an airplane. I think it was designed for the B-25 before they put it in this. I think we're in trouble. This is not looking good, and I'm kind of stuck. They all know I'm here, so I'm kind of, I got getting fired at from the right, from the front. I don't really know what else I can do. My reload's a little slow now because I lost my loader earlier. But alright, I'll just arty these guys and see what happens. Let's see, what else about this Chaffee? The interesting, also quickly, Italian. The Italians ordered these. Oh, so when they made it, the army ordered like 5,000 of those also. They ended up making 4,000 something of them with some few variants. The Italians did not get this thing until the 50s. They put the biggest order in of any country for 800 something of these things. And that was all the way into the 50s. And these things were in service. Little hit. These things were in. I'm trying to fight these guys off. I don't think it's going to work, but these were in service into the 80s and 90s in some places. Still being effective. Ooh, that was lucky. I don't know how that penned. Wow, sweet. I'll take that. Okay, so that's one guy down. Let's see if we can get another one up here. I don't know where the rest of my team is. I got one guy. Oh, he's running in, so he's going to be dead. That was a chance there. Huh. Well, this is not looking good. So that's when Italy got these, was all the way into the 50s. This tank went everywhere on Lend-Lease. It was all over the place. And fought all the way into Korea for the United States with the Pershings, but didn't have success. Sort of like the why in the world? Why would I believe that thing? It was stupid. It had trouble because in Korea it was against the T-34-85, which had no chance against. All right, sweet. It had no chance against that, and then it was okay maneuverability-wise. Here we go. Nice. But it didn't have the gun. The M26 had the gun, but it couldn't get anywhere. So we had all kinds of trouble there. The Sherman ended up, I think, being the main gun there in Korea. But that's pretty much the whole service life of this thing. And that's pretty much the service life of this game, too, because we're done. This ain't gonna happen. Got T-34 coming to me from that side, so I'm gonna smoke them out. The tools on this tank are fantastic also. I'm just gonna go. I don't think... Let's take a shot at him. Oh, I thought that was gonna be it right there. The flip. Oh, that T-34 got me. That's the game. 10 kills, 4 assists, 3 air targets. And we lose. And I'm in first place. So again, it holds true again for who knows how many times. How many hits? 39 hits? Is that 59? 39. If I get first place, we're going to lose. I don't know why. I think it's just because I'm not good enough really to get first place. So if somebody like me actually gets first place, that's not a good sign. And here again, it shows. Oh well. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, subscribe if you haven't done it already. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Have fun. And we'll see you in the next one.